Okay, so let's see what else we've got. Marius, I'm expecting more clarity on how to prepare for the AI invasion. Excellent. That's exactly it. There's going to be lasers and everything here. That's a great word. Is it is it an invasion or is it a revolution? That's a very good question, actually. Looking to more clarity on how to prepare for the AI invasion. I heard a really, really interesting quote that I've used a number of times from Sir Tom Hunter. And he said, the world is moving at the fastest pace it ever has, but the slowest it ever will. I think that's an amazing quote for AI in its own. The world is moving at the fastest pace it ever has. The pace of change is the fastest we've ever seen it, but this is the slowest it ever will be because it only speeds up from here. It's going to be an interesting 5 years. Neil's got to find out what we can start to implement before we get left behind. Do you know what, Neil? I would actually challenge that. I would say if you're not started, you maybe are already getting left behind. I think this is the scary shit. It used to be you could forward plan. What you're going to be using in maybe a couple of years' time probably hasn't even been invented yet. How scary is that? Carl's got, I'm looking to launch 3 new websites and disrupt. Excellent. I like that one. How did you manage to get that into italics?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay.
This is why I'm here, because I'm shit with computers.
Excellent. Excellent. But you know what, Carol? You don't have to be good with computers. You just have to know people that are good with computers. This is the mistake small business owners make. Be good at what you do and get other people to do what you can't do. Here's another quote for you. You should only do what only you can do. There you go. Okay, so I'm looking to launch 3 new websites to disrupt. The key there, Carl's nailed it actually, the key there is disrupt. So if you want to disrupt, and this goes for anybody, if you want to disrupt your industry, your business, then you need to be 2 steps ahead of the competition. 2 steps ahead. Excellent. Okay, without further ado then, we will crack on. It's just gone 4 minutes past 5. I did say on the email that we adopt the EasyJet principle. If you're late, we don't wait. So we will crack on. And I'm really looking forward to this because for the last couple of years, it's all been about SEO and all the buzzwords that go with it. And there's 2 things I find frustrating with that. First of all, I'm a bit like Carol. I don't quite get it, right? I don't understand the mechanics behind it. And I also get very frustrated when agencies use bullshit terms just to try and justify a fee. It really, really annoys me. And what Darren and Dan are going to bring to the table tonight is something new. Ask Engine Optimisation. I'd never even heard of it till fairly recently, and also present this very much in a no bullshit way for us to understand. So without further ado, I will shut up and hand over to these guys, and they will now tell us what's coming next in terms of digital innovations. Guys, over to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just going to go into share now screen. Right, just before we go into this presentation, I just want to show you some little technical things that you can do with AI. About an hour ago, I went on to Google's new AI studio, and they've got a new feature on there where it lets you generate a little AI video for free, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to play here just to show you a little video that I went and created. It literally took me about 20 minutes to half hour to create this little video and edit it, ready for this presentation. So here it goes. It's all about a little squirrel that's lost his nuts, and he's asked AI to help him find his nuts. AI answers, and there he goes. Thank you. I found my nuts. So just wanted to lighten the mood a little bit. That's not what the presentation is about. My name's Darren. We're from a company called Digital Visibility. This is Dan. Dan's going to be doing most of the talking. I'm going to lead and take over. I'm going to do the talking at the end when we get to the technical bit, but Dan is going to run you through the presentation. All right.
Excellent. Thank you, Darren. Do you want to bring up the chat box so we can see what the guys are saying?
Okay. 1 second, guys. I have to go off here a sec.
Just one thing,
Okay.
Dan, before we start, I'm finding you're quite quiet. Admittedly, I've got like a squad and a fighter jet has departed, which is rather noisy, but it's a little bit quiet. I don't know if other guys are seeing that or hearing that as well. All good sound wise?
Seems to be coming through all right on ours.
Okay, crack on.
Yeah, can everybody hear us okay?
Yeah.
That's a bit better, yeah.
Yeah.
Just try to share and see the chat box at the same time. Oh, that's not happening. Oh, yeah, there he goes. There, we got
There
it.
we go. Perfect. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we dive into the fascinating evolution of search engines and how they really are reshaping business visibility in 2025. Now, remember when being found online meant stuffing as many keywords as possible into your website? Well, those days are gone. Gone as dial-up has gone and MySpace profiles, it's all in the past. Today, we're going to explore how AI has fundamentally transformed search and what that means for your business visibility. So I just want to ask, before we dive in, how many of you guys in this chat today, how many of you have noticed changes in the ways your customers find your business online over the past year? Has anybody sort of noticed any differences?
Drop us a message in the chat box, guys.
Give us a little message in the chat box if you have, if you haven't, what you found.
There we are. Not a lot of there's a lot of noise in the background. People are saying, and I haven't really noticed too much.
Less Google searches.
Less Google searches.
that's
That's a definite. AI is taking over. So carry on, Dan.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into it. Okay. So let's start with something that might shock you. According to Demand Sage, Google now processes over 13.7 billion searches daily in 2025. So that's nearly double what it was just 5 years ago. And it works out to about 158,000 searches every single second. Okay, so just to sort of put that in perspective, in the time it took me to explain that statistic to you, Google processed roughly 1 million searches. And in the time it took you to think, wow, that's a lot, another 500,000 happens. All right, so it's like trying to count raindrops in a hurricane. All right, it's not going to happen. But why does this matter to us? So because search isn't just a tool anymore, it's the primary gateway to virtually everything online. For businesses, being visible in search isn't just nice to have. From now forwards, it's critical to survive. Okay. Now, look at the difference between search results in 1998 versus now in 2025. If you just have a little look what's on the screen there. We've gone from simple text-based links to rich AI summaries. So they're able to give us direct answers and personalized recommendations. So, I mean, if you're not adapted to how people search today, you are basically invisible online, and you will be in the future as well. So, you do need to adapt to become visible, to be seen. So yeah, in the digital world, invisibility is the same as non-existent. All right.
Well done.
Now, thinking about your own businesses, guys, how visible do you think you are in these new AI-driven search results? You know, on a scale of 1 to 5, where would you place yourself right now? Let us know in the chat. Give us a 1 to 5 where you see you are. There's a couple of ones coming through. Okay.
Later on in the presentation, we'll be able to show you exactly where you are because we've created an app. It's on our website. It's free to use. And you can go in and out of it as often as you like. And you can test your own AI readiness, basically, how your website is adapting online and what optimizations you've got in place and what optimizations you should have in place to adapt this new technology. So we'll be going into that a little bit later. So I'm just going to let Dan carry on. We're going to jump onto the next slide now.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not like flicking through his slides as quick as he's talking, but we're getting the hang of it.
Yeah. Cool. All right then. So, timeline of search engine evolution.
Sorry, that's that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just take a quick journey through search history. I promise this won't be as boring as your high school history class. So back in 1990, when the internet was young and dinosaurs still roamed the digital plains, we had primitive search tools like Archie and Web Crawl. I don't know if you guys can remember those. These are essentially digital card catalogs. Very useful at the time, but when we look at them, looking back, that was very basic. Then came 1998, the year Google changed everything with PageRank. And for the first time, search wasn't just about matching keywords, but understanding which pages were actually valuable based on their connections. All right, so if we fast forward a little bit now to 2016, we saw the quality revolution with updates like Panda, Penguin, and Hummingbird. And they're targeting content quality and introducing semantic search. This was when Google started getting smarter about understanding what users actually wanted. Okay. So again, let's move a little bit further in time. So by 2018, mobile had become so dominant that Google switched to mobile-first indexing. So if your website didn't work well on phones, you were essentially penalized. Okay. Moving again to last year, 2024. That's where multimodal search was brought into place in the mainstream. So that's things like voice, visual, and integrated search across smart devices. Okay. And now, present day, in 2025, we're fully in the AI integration era, where large language models transform search with personalized AI summaries and personalized answers. Okay. So the bottom line is using outdated SEO practices to rank higher today is like trying to use data to create an email. So you might eventually get words on a page, but no one's going to see it. All right. So it's really important to adapt with the times, isn't it? You've got to if you want to survive.
Demand adaptation, definitely.
100%. So looking at this timeline, again, I'm going to ask you guys in the chat, where do you feel your business's search strategy is currently positioned? Are you still focused on keywords, or have you moved towards understanding user intent? Just drop us a message in the chat. We can see where you're all at.
You can just drop the year if you think you're still back in 1990, right? 1990.
Carl says 1918. Cracking.
Cool.
So let's have a little look here. Should we move to the next slide there?
Yep. Okay.
All right then. So
this is just something that we noticed literally this morning.
Yeah.
When we went on the ChatGPT, is got a new little ad up. I'll let Dan.
Yeah. The search literally today we had this notification today. It was like a little gift for us for this presentation. It couldn't come at a better time. The search revolution is really happening right now as we speak. It's already happening. Okay. The battle for search dominance, Google versus AI, has begun. Okay. So this isn't theoretical or something coming in the future. It's happening today, literally the 22nd of April, 2025. So ChatGPT, what they've done, they've launched a direct challenge to Google search dominance with their browser extension. And that lets users bypass traditional search engines entirely. Okay, so users can now get direct answers to their questions without ever seeing a traditional search results page or actually visiting a website at all. So just have a think about that. The middleman of the search results page is being eliminated completely. All right, guys. So that this literally has come out today. So this represents the most significant disruption to the search since Google itself, when it first appeared in 1998. And the competition isn't just between search engines anymore, it's between fundamentally different ways of discovering information online. But for businesses, this is both, a threat and an opportunity of unprecedented scale. If your content isn't optimized to be understood and referenced by these AI systems, you're not just losing traffic, you're becoming invisible in an entirely new channel that's growing exponentially. Okay, so I mean, how many of you guys have tried using ChatGPT or similar AI tools for searches that you would have previously used for things like Google and Yahoo? Have you guys daily? Yeah, it's becoming more and more common.
Yeah.
Every day.
Perplexity and ChatGPT are like one of the main business tools used in the UK and all over America, probably all over the world.
Yeah, they're literally like a personal assistant. They're absolutely incredible.
And there's many others.
Yeah, it's changing at quite a rapid pace, isn't it? So just bear with me.
Jump on to the next slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the slide working?
Yeah. Covered by the.
Okay. So you'll have to excuse me there, guys. So how search engines work today in 2025. So what actually powers modern search in 2025? There's three major components. First of all, we have AI understanding. Okay, so this is large language models. They now interpret user intent beyond keywords. They understand context and nuance in ways that, they were just science fiction just a few years ago. All right. And we've got the second then is personalization engines. So results are tailored to individual search history, location, and behavior patterns. So your search results and my search results for the exact same query could look completely different. All right. And we've got the third one then is multimodal interfaces. So we've got things like voice, image, and text inputs are processed simultaneously for more natural interactions. Okay. Looking at our current search distribution, text search still leads at 41%. But voice search is now at 35%. So that's more than 1/3 of all searches. Okay. Visual search represents about 18%, and AR and VR search is growing at 6%. Okay. So one of the most critical developments in modern search is what we call position zero. The coveted spot above all traditional search results that appears as featured snippets and AI-generated summaries. So that's where you really want to be, okay? In 2025, nearly 47% of all searches result in a position 0 result, meaning almost half of all searches can be answered without ever clicking on a website. Okay, so again, it just really hitting home that you need to jump on it while you can.
Yeah.
If you can get that position 0, that's a goldmine for businesses. It's that's where you want to be. But
you want AI recommending your business in them snippets and AI overviews. So the people who are searching for your business or your services, your brand, they'll find you snippets and they'll get all the answers, which could be your telephone number, your email address, your address. You know what I mean? They'll all be in the overview or the snippets. They won't actually have to visit your website. So they count that as a 0 click then, because they're already getting all the answers they need in the AI recommendation snippet or overview. So you need to optimize your whole website for that by having the relevant information there for the AI to find you. Okay.
And promote you.
And promote you, recommend you.
Yeah, that's totally correct. That is just, I mean, the statistics around position 0, they are eye-opening. Businesses that capture these positions see 114% more visibility than even the #1 organic position. Just have to think about that. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
They're all fighting for your #1 position in Google, but none of you are fighting for position 0. Position 0 is just AI. As soon as you're recommended for AI, optimized for AI, you'll get recommended by AI. So you can spend as much money as you want trying to climb a ladder, fighting against all the other businesses trying to get that #1 spot on the Google ranking page, when the very top spot is available to you.
Yeah, I mean,
because this is new.
Yeah,
New.
It's exciting stuff. It is exciting. And I mean, the content featured in position 0 is 91% more likely to be included in voice search answers. And as Dana said, the AI summaries then as well. However, only about 23% of businesses have specific strategies targeting these premium placements. I mean, if your business isn't showing up across all these search interfaces, and particularly in position 0, you're basically standing in an empty room with a megaphone, shouting about your amazing products, while your customers are all at a different party the other side of town. So let's just do a quick interactive experiment, guys. Feel free to join in. Pull out your smartphones and try something. Try searching for something related to your industry using voice search. Just ask a simple question as you would naturally speak it. So I'll give you 30 seconds or so to have a little go at that.
We're going to do one by you now. We got Google Home set up. So, hey Google, can you recommend a local carpenter in Swansea, please?
Here's a summary from the website checkertrade.com. Search results. Cascarini's Carpentry, 10. Operates in at Carpenter, 9.82. C Carpentry, 9.9.
Hey Google, stop.
Here we go.
Basically, a big company like Checkertrade, they're going to be all over this AI optimization. So they're going to be, they probably already started adapting. The likelihood is that most of the other businesses, you know, like all your local competitors, they wouldn't have already got on this. So, you know, there's a big opportunity here. That's all we're trying to say.
Yeah, because it's so new. You know, you want to get it in the foot in the door now.
Yeah.
Before the, you know, you're going to be ranked lower down, and it's going to be harder for you to.
Later on, we'll show you that we got position #1, #2, and #3 at the top of some of the AI search engines for our own services in our own town, in our own service area. So, you know, we've already got on this and adapted to it. We're just trying to hopefully get you guys to cross the line as well and get on the bus.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Now, did anyone get direct answers rather than a list of websites? Let us know. Let us know in the chat.
They don't understand my northern accent. That's class. Well, we're Welsh, so we got it harder than you guys.
Ask Google to recommend a search engine. That will confuse it.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Most of the businesses that pop up on there at the moment, they're not actually optimized for AI.
That's why
They-
it's giving you a list.
They are giving you a list. There are a list of businesses that they can find, but as soon as you get optimized for AI, it's going to find you first. So, because it'll understand who you are, it'll understand what your niche is and what your service area is, and you're going to take that spot straight off them, just like I've gone and done with our business against all the other SEO companies in my local area. And there's a lot of them. And they're all saying they can get position number 1, and we've just jumped in and taken it straight off them.
The proof's in the pudding, isn't it?
Proof's in the pudding. Proof's in the tasting.
Cool. Do we want to, let's go on to the next slide, should we, Dan?
Yep.
Okay, so key SEO factors in 2025. So what matters most for SEO in 2025? Let's just break it down for you, okay? So we've got AI content, understanding it now evaluates content quality based on depth, accuracy, and relevance to user intent. So it's not keyword density anymore. It's changed. The days of keyword stuffing are as dead as blockbuster video. Right, it's gone. It's in the past. Now, page experience factors like core web vitals and mobile friendliness have become critical ranking signals. If your site, I didn't actually know this, but if your site takes more than 1.5 seconds to load, 2.5, you're already losing visibility. Okay, I was very surprised at that, but the proof is out there. So seriously, people now have the attention span of goldfish from caffeine. So I mean, if your website doesn't load instantly, they're gone before they can even see what you've got to offer, guys. All right. Now, multimodal optimization means content must be optimized for voice, visual, and text search simultaneously. So EEAT has evolved to include verifiable credentials and sources. This stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and I think the most important one is trustworthiness as well. It's now the gold standard for content quality. So the key insight here is that in 2025, search optimization isn't about tricks and tactics anymore. It's about creating genuine value that aligns with how people are searching. The business that succeed focus on solving real user problems across all search interfaces and content types. So, I mean, looking at these key SEO factors, which one do you guys feel represents the biggest challenge for your business right now? Is it AI content understanding, or page experience, something else? I mean, give us a little message in the chat and let us know.
You can say all.
Yeah.
Cool.
All of them all.
Cool.
Excellent. Yeah. Another question as well. I mean, has anybody here already implemented any structured data or schema markup on their website? Have you started making changes? Webbot.
Webbot. No, doesn't sound like they have. Not yet.
No, it's very new. It is very new.
But it is crucial. Even Google uses this, so it is crucial.
Oh, it certainly will be, won't it? You've got to do it now.
Even Google uses it in the traditional search, not just the AI.
Excellent. Right. Let's have a little look here. Should we go on to the next slide, Dan?
Okay, the header's up there.
There we are. So voice and visual search optimization. So let's look at specific strategies for the fastest growing search modalities or modes. So voice searches, natural question optimization is crucial. So structure content to answer complete questions that users naturally ask voice assistants. So rather than, typing in fix leaky faucet, you would say, hey Google, how do I fix a leaky faucet? Okay. The second one, then we've got local intent targeting. Sorry, I asked Google. Apologies about that. So coming back to the second point there, we've got local intent targeting optimizers for near me searches with location specific content. So yeah, the third one, then we've got conversational schema implementation. Actually gives you a 37% higher chance of being featured in voice search results. So voice search is like having a conversation with someone who has access to the entire internet. But if you're not speaking their language, they're just going to go and talk to someone else, So it is really important to optimize this voice search for, potential customers that you could lose.
100%.
$1,000,000%. Okay, so that's the voice search strategies. We've got visual search strategies as well. So we've got image optimization. It means using high quality, distinct images with comprehensive alternative text. We've got visual feature tagging. So this describes specific visual attributes that customers might search for. And third, then we've got visual search integration on your website. That can lead to 30% higher conversion rates, and that's almost a third, and that's quite.
It's a lot.
Yeah. There is a sec. Okay, so the implementation priority depends on your business type, really. Voice search has the highest impact for service-based industries, really, and local retailers, while visual search delivers the best return on investment for things like e-commerce and fashion, home decor, and travel businesses, things like that. So I'd love to know how many of you personally use voice search in your daily life. Maybe asking Siri, Google, Alexa. Just let us know what you guys use. Never. Okay.
You're one of the few, Carl.
Neil says he speaks to AI more than his missus. Brilliant. Okay. So now for those with retail or e-commerce businesses, have any of you experimented with improving your products' images specifically for the visual search? Just let us know. And for local businesses as well, have you optimized your content for near me searches? I mean, has anybody seen a noticeable increase in foot traffic or local inquiries from voice search? The Stuart's working on it. Cool.
Yeah.
Good man. Cool. That's good stuff, guys. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely worth looking into. It just maximizes your chance of succeeding, isn't it?
You just got to be careful, that's all, because like we mentioned earlier, site speed is very important for your ranking position and being recommended. So too many moving objects like animations, too many videos, too many pictures can slow your page right down, which will mean you'll end up just not getting it ranked or not getting recommended. So you just got to be very careful. There's a fine line.
Yeah, it all sounds very complicated, but once you look into it, it'll start making a little bit more sense, and it'll come with ease then. But it is something you do need to keep on top of. Should we go to the next slide there?
Yep. Okay.
Right then. So AI first content strategy. So in 2025, search engines don't just understand content, they evaluate its value to users across contexts. Creating content for AI-driven search requires a fundamental shift in approach. So the content strategy framework includes intent clustering. So this is the grouping of content by user intent rather than keywords. Again, this is coming up again and again. AI readable structure, so organizing content with clear headings and schema markup. And we have comprehensive depth, so being the most complete resource rather than the shortest. Okay, think of modern AI like a picky food critic. It's not impressed by a beautiful plate with no substance. It wants the full 5-course meal with depth, flavor, and nutrition. It wants a bit of everything. So the highest performing content types now include entity-rich content that defines relationships between concepts. That gives you a 93% visibility rate. We've got comprehensive guides with step-by-step instructions. Again, that's quite high. It's an 87% visibility rate. We also have then data-backed analysis with original research and verifiable data. Again, that's 81% visibility rate. So content strategy has evolved from keyword stuffing in 2015 to topic-based content with semantic keyword integration in 2020 to today's intent-mapped, entity-rich content with multimodal optimization. So for you guys that are making notes, this is one of the most valuable insights of the day. The content that performs best today addresses user needs and comprehensively across formats, not just in text. Okay. Let's have a look then. So let's try a little activity. Let's try a quick exercise. Think about your most popular product or service. Now, instead of thinking about keywords people might use to find it, consider what specific problems or needs your customers are trying to solve with it. Take a minute to have a little think about that.
Good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, would anyone be willing to share both the traditional keyword approach and this new intent-based approach for their business?
Right, should we jump on to the next slide?
Yeah, let's go for it. So next slide there is technical SEO requirements in 2025. So as search engines become more sophisticated, technical optimization has become increasingly critical. These technical foundations determine whether your content can even compete for visibility. So the core technical requirements include, we've got performance optimization. So core web vitals are now tier 1 ranking signals with strict thresholds. We've got omni-device compatibility. So sites must render optimally across all devices, mobiles, laptops, everything. And last of all, then we've got security and privacy. So HTTPS and secure data handling, they are mandatory. I mean, if your website isn't using HTTPS in 2025, search engines look at that in the way that you'd look at someone who's offering you a sandwich with moldy bread. You're just not going to take it, are you? Okay, it's an automatic no thanks, so that's quite important as well. Now, advanced technical optimizations, they include enhanced schema implementation, so rich interconnected schema markup. We've got API first architecture, so delivering content through APIs for different interfaces, and advanced accessibility. WCAG 3.0 compliance is now a ranking factor. So for implementation strategy, can't get my words out, prioritize core web vitals and mobile experience first, because they actually have the highest return on investment. So that's what we're going to do first. Then schema implementation and content API structure. And that will then be followed by advanced accessibility and privacy enhancements. So for those interested in technical SEO resources, I recommend checking out web.dev for core web vitals optimization. I'll get Darren just to put that in the chat for you guys now. So you put that in web.dev, and schema.org for structured data implementation. Both are completely free and they offer invaluable guidance. So yeah, Darren's just going to chuck those in the chat for you guys so you can use them too. Now this slide covers some technical aspects that might feel overwhelming for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your team's comfort level with implementing these technical SEO requirements? You'd be confident to do that yourself? Or the team that you're working with? Nice. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, it can seem a little very overwhelming. So I get that, Carl and Simon. Neil's all right. Neil's all right with it.
A lot of detail, and you've got to get right.
And the thing is, it's so fast-paced, it's hard to keep up sometimes, isn't it?
It's either right or it's wrong. If it's wrong, you'll know, because you won't get no traffic, you won't get no calls, you won't get no business. On to the next slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So we have measuring SEO success in 2025. So the metrics that matter have evolved dramatically as search intent, channels, and formats have diversified. Modern SEO measurement requires looking beyond simple rankings and traffic. So, I mean, the key performance metrics, they now include intent satisfaction rate, so that they're measuring how effectively your content satisfies user search intent. We have conversion rate, so tracking voice search interactions that lead to engagement, and zero-click conversation, measuring brand impact from search results, even without visiting the websites. And we did touch on this earlier, position zero, appearance rate, tracking how often your content appears in featured snippets and AI summaries again. So that's just when you're asking them for the best pizza place in town, and they'll give you an AI summary there of which pizza place is the best in your town. So this last metric is especially crucial in 2025. Position zero, appearances drive on average for 35% of brand discovery for businesses that capture them, and featured snippets receive 8.6 times more clicks than standard results when users do click through. So the impact on visibility, is undeniable. Now, remember when success meant being #1 on Google? Now it's like being judged in an Olympic event with multiple categories and judges from different countries. It's much more complex, but also a much better reflection of real value. Now, modern analytics solutions include, so we have intent analytics platforms that measures intent satisfaction. We've got omni-channel search analytics, and that's unifying measurement across search touchpoints. We've got AI summary monitoring, tracking how your content appears in AI-generated summaries. And position zero tracking tools that measure capture rates across your content. Okay, so the 2025 SEO success benchmark to aim for includes 65% plus intent satisfaction rate, 42% plus content reference in AI summaries, 28% plus conversion from voice and visual search, and appearing in position zero for at least 15% of your target keywords. So I am curious, guys, how are you currently measuring the success of your online presence? What metrics do you pay attention to? Is it still primary traffic and rankings, or have you begun tracking some of these newer metrics like position zero appearances? Let us know in the chat.
None.
Hmm.
You'll be surprised. Most people don't track this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's, to be
But it's
honest,
important. From
Yeah.
that first slide, we kind of, highlighted there that most of the businesses are found these days through online searches. And that's not just on Google. This is more and more becoming an AI search where people are using voice. They're taking pictures, they're sending them into AI engines and they're finding you that way. So not only do you need to optimize for it, you need to track it.
cool. There's some interesting things in the chat there.
Yeah.
Should we move on to the next slide, Dan? Okay, so implementing a future-proof SEO strategy. So let's talk about practical implementation with a 3-phase roadmap. So phase 1 is normally in that 1 to 2 month range, and this is the technical foundation. So audit and optimize core web vitals. We implement comprehensive schema markup. And we've got develop API first content architecture. So that's phase 1. Phase 2, you're looking at a 2 to 4 month period, content transformation. So reorganize content by intent clusters, optimize for voice and visual search, and enhance EEAT with verifiable credentials. Okay, so that's phase 2. And phase 3 is ongoing. This is measurement and optimization. Okay, so deploy comprehensive search analytics, monitor AI summary representation, and continuously adapt to emerging interfaces. I know it might seem like a lot of work, but remember, digital visibility isn't a one-time task. It's a bit like going to the gym. You don't go to the gym once and expect to stay in shape for the rest of your life. You've got to continuously work at it, and it's the same with this, isn't it?
Definitely.
Okay, so success factors. So we've got cross-functionality, collaboration between marketing, UX, development, and content teams. Content ecosystem thinking to create an interconnected content networks, AI integration strategy that enhances content while preserving brand voice, and adaptive learning framework for, like I said, that continuous improvement. So for those looking to learn more about implementing these strategies, I can recommend the free courses on Google's Search Central and Stanford University's free AI for Everyone course on Coursera. I don't know if you want to chuck that in the chat for the guys. Now, looking at this implementation roadmap, again, where would you honestly place your business right now? Are you still working on the technical foundation? Are you moving into the content transformation, or are you already in the continuous optimization phase? I mean, I think it's we've got a mixed bag here in the chat. So I think there's a bit of everything there, really. Yeah, it's good for the next slide. Okay, so the future of search and your business. So the businesses that thrive in the new search landscape will be those that understand their customers deeply and deliver value across all search contexts. So the key takeaways here is AI has transformed search. Search engines now interpret intent rather than match keywords. Again, we've been over this a few times already. Voice and visual are mainstream, so requiring optimization for how people speak and what they see. Technical excellence, I mean, it's non-negotiable. We need core web vitals, structured data, and API-first architecture. They're fundamental. Success metrics have evolved. Rankings alone are insufficient. Okay. So the good news is that while search has become more complex, it's also become more human as well. So you no longer need to speak to a robot or robot language to be found. You just need to generally understand and serve your audience across all the different ways that they're able to search for you. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so those are the points we just got over. I'll give you guys a little moment to have a little read through them.
Is everything going okay, guys? Are you keeping up? Do you want us to go over anything again? Is there a slide you missed? Do you need us to go back? Are we all good? Just put a number 1 in the chat if we're all good. We'll continue on. Cool.
Happy days.
Thank you.
I mean, we will have a question and answer at the end.
Yeah.
So anything you want us to go back over, we'd be more than happy to do that for you. Yeah, we'll just crack on. I think everyone seems to be
Okay, jump on the next slide then, is it?
happy days. Okay, so we've got the let's have a look here. The AI visibility analyzer. So Darren touched on this earlier on. This tool's amazing. So, I mean, what's your next step? How do you know where your business stands in this new search landscape? So, yeah, we've developed a comprehensive free diagnostics tool to help you evaluate your business's search readiness across both traditional search engines and AI platforms like ChatGPT, for example. Our AI visibility analyzer provides a complete assessment of your current search visibility. It identifies critical gaps your competition might be exploiting, and actionable recommendations prioritized by potential impact. And the best thing is about this tool, guys, it's completely free, and you can access it right now by visiting our website, digitalvisibility.com. So I think, do you want to chuck that in the chat as well? They can have a little play around with that.
Yeah,
Dan?
we're gonna explore this a little bit later. Once the presentation's over, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna give you guys a chance to give us a couple of your websites, and we'll put them in and analyze them if you want. And we'll have a discussion about it. But
Is there anybody in the chat? I mean, have you ever run a technical SEO audit on your website? It's quite important to do that nowadays, just to see where you stand, basically. You know where you are, what you need to work on to
Yeah.
become more visible.
we'll give them an opportunity to use this now, right? Or we'll just pick a website at random.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
perfect.
Right,
Yes.
we'll jump onto the next slide now, and we'll come back to that in a bit.
Okay, so
There you go. I'm just gonna copy that there. In fact, it'll be in the chat. We'll come back to that now, Carl. We'll test yours on the site in a minute.
yeah, cool.
Okay.
That'll be interesting. All right, so yeah, before we wrap this presentation up, I'm just going to answer some common questions. The first one: what's the return on investment on digital visibility investments? So, businesses adapting to new search paradigms see 3.2 times higher conversion rates and 42% lower costs compared to those using outdated techniques. Okay. Another common question is, how long until we actually see results? So initial visibility improvements appear within the 4 to 6 week period, with significant traffic and conversion impacts typically realized in 3 to 4 months. Okay, so it's not something that happens instantly. It's something that you have to work on to get the visibility, basically. Is traditional SEO dead? It's not dead, but it's definitely evolved. It's changing. So technical foundations remain important, but content strategy and user experience now carry much more weight than traditional ranking factors. Okay. And okay, another frequently asked question is, how would you measure zero-click success? So through brand lift studies, direct traffic increases, and attribution modeling that captures multi-touch conversations across the search journey. Okay, guys. Now, these are the sort of common questions we receive, but I'd love to hear about your specific questions. What aspects of digital visibility would you like me and Darren to expand on, if you elaborate on? Terrible. Write them down and put them in the chat. We'd be happy to go in over anything for you.
Guys, can I just ask a quick question while we're waiting for some answers to come into the chat box? Totally get the questions there, the frequent asked questions. But what I've got here is, how long is it going to be before this gets swamped? Because we all can't be number one. You know, there used to be this, you know, number one on Google. And that seemed to be a fixation for many. How long is it going to be before Ask Engine becomes exactly the same? In fact, I can see this being worse now, because there'll be more people trying to get a step ahead. How long is it going to be, do you think, before this becomes swamped?
This is the thing. There's no real number one in AI recommendations. It can change daily, because the way people ask questions and the way people have searched the internet before asking them questions, it all comes into context when AI gives a recommendation. So if you've been having works done on your property and you've been searching for bathroom suites and stuff online, the AI will already know that. It's already scanned what you've been doing. It's listened to you on your phone. It knows everything about you. It's back checked you, And when you ask it a question, it already knows a lot of context of what you're looking for. So as long as you're optimizing your site for your perfect customer, right? There's no point in optimizing your site. Let's say, you know, your business is operating in Glasgow. Is no point in optimizing your site to pick up jobs in England or, you know, in Wales. You know, you want to optimize your site for your perfect customer. You know who your perfect customer is. It's the one that earns you the most money. It's the jobs that you want to pick up. So you build your system and optimize your site around finding or being the answer to any questions that they're going to be asking, and then you're the one that's going to be recommended. Because, you know, Google AI on the AI snippets and the AI overviews is not going to be recommending, you know, a pizza parlor from Cardiff to somebody that's asking for a pizza up in Glasgow. You know, so you really need to niche down, find out who your target audience is. We've got like set questionnaires that we go through with our customers to ask them these specific questions, and they answer them, and then we build up a little niche for them to initially start their website off. You know, focused on their perfect customer, the one that they actually want. You know, it's no point in optimizing your site initially to find a customer that you're not going to earn any money from. You know, you're just going to be working. They're like the bread and butter. You want the customers that are, you know, the ones you earn the most money from, the ones you enjoy doing that kind of work. You know, the reason why you went into this business, you know, the work that you want to do, that perfect job, that perfect customer, that's what you want to build your system around, and then niche out from there. You can niche out into different areas. You can niche out into different services, you know, all niching out into finding what you want to do. There's no point in going back to the old days where you try to get yourself on position #1 in Google, and you've got people contacting you from here and everywhere, asking you for quotes. You know, quotes for jobs you're not going to get. You're not going to get them because maybe you just deal in domestic work and you don't deal in commercial or industrial work. You know what I mean? You just don't want to waste your time doing stuff like that. If it's not an area of the market that you're not currently working in, you know, there's no point in optimizing your marketing for it.
And this is why, you know, when we were talking about the different stages, it's really important on the stage phase 3. You know, it's ongoing. You've got to keep adapting to emerging interfaces, and you've got to keep on top of it to get your perfect customers.
And renewing your content on your site as well. You know, nobody likes old content. That's one of the features on our AI analyzer. It tracks the age of your content on your site. You know, these AI engines are not going to be giving out old information. So the newer your content, the fresher your content, the more experience you put into it. Let's say you've tackled a problem in your work. You know, you want to chuck a little video up on it. You want to do a little page on it. You know, put a lot of pictures in there. Provide a lot of evidence on it on how you've done it. You know, even, you know, give a little knowledge base to it. Give a couple of documents away and tell everybody else how to tackle this problem. And it's going to see you as the expert. And as soon as it starts seeing you as the expert, it'll start recommending you for other things as well. You know, so all these little things, they take time to build. You're not going to get this in the first month or two of starting this. They take a long time to build out. We've got to start somewhere. All right. So, and that somewhere is your perfect customer. Right. Let's optimize for them first. All right. Let's get them finding you, and then we'll build up from there. So every time they're asking for a plumber in your area, you know, that can fit the boiler. Maybe you don't do boilers, or fit the bathroom. Maybe you don't do bathrooms. You know, whatever you do, yeah, you're going to be that guy that it finds, right? That specific plumber that does that specific job, and that's you know, your #1 prime customer that you want to focus on,
And
because they earn you the most money. It's as simple as that.
And every potential customer's search results is going to be different.
Yeah.
It all depends on the customer as well, and that's what Darren was saying. If you are going to get a recommendation from AI, they are going to be the perfect customer.
And in that, I can kind of go into a little bit more detail, but let's say the customer's looking for a plumber, right? And before they've started to ask AI, they're looking for a plumber, they've been searching online for backseat boilers, all right? Now, the AI will be looking and seeing the fact that they've searched online for backseat boilers. So it's not going to be recommending somebody that fits a Bosch boiler. It's going to recommend somebody that specifically fits a backseat boiler. I know if that's you, if you fit backseat boilers in your service area and that's your service niche, then let's optimize for it. Yeah, let's get them finding you. Okay, any more questions? Right, so we're going to move on a little bit. All right.
I'm going to let Darren take over now, and
I'm not very good on these Zoom calls, guys. I'm not very good like speaking to people. That's why I've had Dan come in and take over most of this. But you know,
I think the more that we do this, the easier it's going to
I
become.
hope you're going
for
to bear
us.
with me. All right. So, all right. When we go to our website in a minute, all right, you're going to see that we've got a special offer on. We've literally launched a special offer for you guys. All right. We've already had a couple of people sign up to it already from the group chat.
Yeah.
All right. And I don't know if any of them are on here. I don't want to mention any names. If they are, give your thumbs up when you want to identify yourself. But if you wait, great. Basically, we're offering a free website build. This free website build is going to be fully optimized. And by fully optimized, I don't just mean optimized for SEO, for traditional search. It's going to be optimized for SEO and traditional search, but it's also going to be optimized for AEO, which, as Stuart mentioned earlier, some people call it Ask Engine Optimization, some people call it Answer Engine Optimization, and some people call it AI Engine Optimization. It's got multiple names. It's so new, we haven't refined the name down yet.
Yeah.
And there's another term called Generative Engine Optimization. All right, they're both a little bit different. Answer Engine Optimization is all about basically getting recommended by AI, getting your website found by the AI search engines and popped up in these in the AI overviews and in the recommendations, like we showed earlier when we had Google, bring up a recommendation for a website for a couple of businesses for a carpenter. Generative engine optimization is a little bit different. Generative engine optimization is all about creating content that AI uses. It's informational content. It's not specifically to get you recommended for work. It's more about building up your trust and authority. Okay, so you want to build up trust and authority, because when you build up trust and authority, right, by putting this these unique experiences on your website in your content that AI will then come and use, because you've gone and shown people who are searching how to tackle a specific problem, then it's going to give you authority, which then that gets transferred over into the AEO, where the AI engines see you as a professional authority in that niche, and then they're going to start recommending you more. So it's a whole kind of ecosystem, right? The new term for it now really is coming into light is called search everywhere optimization, right? Not search engine optimization, right? So these SEO guys who built their businesses on calling themselves SEO specialists, they don't want to lose that term. They don't want to lose the term SEO, right? Because a lot of them have got their websites SEO this or something, SEO, you know what I mean? So they're trying to, introduce this new term, which is called search everywhere optimization, which basically brings in AEO and GEO as well. All right. Like I said, this literally started towards the beginning of the year. Microsoft Bing become an AI search engine. It's not traditional search anymore. As you've seen earlier, ChatGPT have been advertising the fact they're going to be bringing out their own search facilities, and there it was this morning. Then I went on to ChatGPT. You know, it was only for paying customers, but you know, it's allowing everybody to start use their own search engine facilities now. And a lot of people already use ChatGPT for search anyway, but this is just literally, you know, expanding exponentially. So it's something you really want to get on. As Dan said earlier, you want to get on the bus before it leaves.
Yeah.
All right.
Should we check? Should we use our tool?
Yeah, come on.
Let's go. Let's have a look at Carl's website then, Carl. So it's.
Let me just escape that by there.
Have a look to see. No visible. Carl and Ben's website.
We got a little tab there, guys. You know, wait. Let me just try and move that up a bit. I'll move that down there. Right, this is our website. It's brand new. Okay, we've only created this. We've been creating this over the past couple of weeks. We're in the process of optimizing it. All right, so you're welcome to go on there. Have a look through services. We don't just do digital marketing. We're also design engineers as well. I'm actually an inventor. I'll tell you a little bit about my product in a minute. It's for construction. You guys might be all over this. You might love it. You might not. But basically, this is going to change your lives. But before we go into that, we're going to carry on with this stuff. We'll chuck that in at the end if you've got time.
Yeah.
All right. No way.
Let's go to the.
Let's go. Let me move this out of the way as well. We got a couple of little tabs in our way. We have there, so I'm just trying to move stuff up on my way. Right, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we are, there she is. The analyzer. It's on the home page. We are going to be moving it from the home page because, believe it or not, like I said, when we are trying to optimize our site, we've hit a snag. In here, there's something known as recapture, right, which stops people just from coming in and spamming it all the time, and bots from going in there and just constantly using it. All right, so we've introduced that into this into the form. And basically, it's slowing my whole homepage down by quite a lot. So I'm going to be moving this off the homepage first, but there is going to be a link to it, so don't worry about that. All right. So what we're going to do here, I'm just going to take Carl's website there. I'm going to drop it in there. Oh, wrong one.
I don't know what happened there.
Let's do it again, right, man. Okay, is that correct, Carl?
Looks correct.
Yeah. There we are. There's that recapture thing that we were just on about. I'm just going to put my wife's name in there. I'll put a different.
Well, if we put.
Got to agree to the terms and conditions they're using it. Then you click go. It's analysing it, and there it goes.
Okay.
Right, I'm just going to talk you through what it's going to found. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of insight into when you go onto this page and you scan your own site, I'm just going to run you through you know, Carl's site, and then just to give you a little bit of feedback on what he should be doing to make his site work a little bit faster. Okay, we've got AI search engine optimization is checking for schema markup. Actually, Carl's got a very good score for schema markup. All right, and he's got it on his site. That's fantastic.
That's cool.
The little bot that's gone in there, he's found that, and actually great. 75% is pretty good. Believe it or not, I've seen some very low scores on here. This just checks if you've got it. That tells you what the quality is like of the schema. Okay, all right. Then there's AI optimized files. Okay, I'm not going to go into detail on what they are. If you like set up some sort of one-to-one with us, we can talk further on that. And there's AI optimized meta tags. Carl hasn't got them on his site. They are a ranking factor that helps AI find you and know all about your business.
That's not surprising though, because it's so new.
Yeah, not many people are doing this.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many businesses sites have popped into this analyzer that are actually digital marketers. They're out there saying that they're SEO experts, and believe it or not, a lot of them, they just don't know what they're doing because they're not doing what needs to be done to get found. Image optimization, you've got to be using modern fonts like WebP and AVIF formats, which are basically, they reduce the size of the file down to make it quicker loading. So obviously your page loading speed is going to be very low because you're not using modern image fonts. You've also got no alt descriptions to your images. Basically, like we've mentioned earlier, I think it was 30% or something like that of like what AI looks for on your website is the images to recommend. So when you're not describing what them images are, you know, and what they mean in an alt text next to them, then the AI won't know what they are. So they're just not going to rank them basically. So these are pretty crucial ranking factors.
Yeah.
Right, you need to really go into detail on your alt text, you know, describing everything about the picture. So when people are looking for that particular service, that picture is relevant to, it's going to just boost you up. Okay, because not only does the AI see that you've got that kind of description in your content, it also sees that you're taking pictures of that particular work and you're describing the work in the picture.
Cool.
Okay, content freshness, you've got 0%. Let's have a little look at the date on there. Over 5 years old. Is that true? This basically means it gives an over 5-year-old score if maybe you haven't got no metadata or no information on the age of the site. It could be actually brand new and like just not have any dates on there. So that's just as bad as literally having old content. The AI wants to know how fresh that content is. So you've got to put like the dates in there. All right, it's 3 years old. So yeah, it's old, but literally you've got no identifying metadata telling the AI how old it is. And there's probably nothing on the page either because our AI scans the actual page to see if there's any references in there to age. So, right. So that score is going to be pretty low. Again, that's another ranking factor. We're on the other side. Let me move this over again because this is covering my screen.
Yeah, so there's definitely a few things to work on with the site there, Carl.
Yeah.
Like
Performance optimization, resource loading. This is about speed now, guys. You're using DNS pre-connect, using some script loading features and lazy loading on your pictures, but you haven't like described them. But there's other things you can do there to help your site speed up. Okay, because like I said, speed is a crucial factor. If you want me to, I can pop up in the, and do a little speed test on your site in a minute. But you can do that yourself if you want to, or if you want to have a one-to-one with us, then we can go into a little bit more detail on that. Citations and references, right? So that's pretty good. You've got some sort of citation on there, which is great. External references are links to other people's sites, other people's content, which aligns with your content. All right. AI and even Google search likes that kind of thing. It also likes if you interlink your sites. So let's say you've got a little bit of content on your homepage or some other page that references a particular service or a particular niche, and then you've got a page on that niche. You want them to reference each other at specific points because interlinking on your own site is great, but also interlinking to other people's sites, other references is also great. And especially in blogs as well, you can go into great depth in a blog, create a blog page, slam your blogs up on your site, and then link them to sections of your site, but also link sections of your site to them blogs as well, to the specific parts of them by IDing them and then creating a link, and it'll go straight to that ID on that page. All right.
cool.
Trust and authority signals. You're not doing too bad there either. Don't see Carl.
See worse.
Business profile links. You must have a link to like Facebook or Google Business Directory or maybe LinkedIn. That's what that's checking for. There's no social media links on there. Social media might be like not LinkedIn, Instagram and stuff like that, TikTok. So stuff like that. If you've got it, you haven't got it. If you're not using it, don't worry about it. But if you have got them things that you're using, then certainly put them on your website, because Google and the AI engines like to reference your business data on them sites. But the most important thing is, right, and this is super important, right, where you've got your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Google, and your website, they've all got to be telling the same story, right? Because if you're on Facebook saying you're a painter and decorator, then you're on Google saying you're a brickie, then you're on LinkedIn saying you're a carpenter, then on your website you make sandwiches, whatever. All right, yeah, you know, the AI ain't gonna know who you are. You're not optimizing for your customer, you're not optimizing for your niche, and you certainly ain't optimizing to get found. All right, so you really need to put a little bit of detail into your marketing plan and structure, and then you're gonna get somewhere. All right, so I'm gonna move on again now to our free website offer. All right, so we're offering a free website to any new subscribers, which will probably be you guys, which offers you a free AI authority funnel. Now, for those of you who don't know what a funnel is like a single page site, which it can be multi-page, but normally it's a single page site, you know, that links to an offer or links to a particular service, you know, links to a product, some sort of thing that you want to advertise. You could be just creating, if you're making a fully functional website and you're putting like an app or something on there, right? You can create a funnel that you can drop into, you know, these socials, and start promoting the fact that you've got this brand new website, get people over there clicking on it, running through your services, you know, so you're not actually dropping your full website on there. You just drop in like a little page on there just to tell people about it with a couple of adverts. You can put links on there to payment, so you can use or whatever, you can put payment links and then get people like subscribing or buying straight from you on the funnel. It acts like pretty much a website, but it's just a reduced version that's really to help drive people towards any offer that you wanna make. All right, so we can create a fully functioning SEO, AEO, and GEO optimized funnel for you, just for subscribing to 3 hours of our services per month, all right, for a year. Okay, and then we'll even build you a fully functioning website. A couple of you guys have subscribed to that already. It's absolutely fantastic offer, this, actually.
I think Neil's just booked in with us as well for a consultation. So thank
cool.
Neil. I think his dinner's being served. Oh, so we'll catch you in a bit, Neil.
Right, so yeah, with our free website offer, we'll build you a website like ours, fully functioning, right? Everything's on it. Contact pages, FAQs, blogs, pricing if you're doing pricing pages, all your service pages, right? We build up to 7 pages really is what we put in the offer, but we've started building up more pages than that for people, to be honest with you, you know, because we don't want to leave them half-cocked. You know, they're putting their trust into us, so we're giving them a bit more than what we're offering in our offer by creating them a fully functioning website. And there's a lot of detail in there, to be honest with you. These websites are going to be bringing you business. You know, so to get it for free is absolutely incredible, because while you're paying us for these 5 hours or these 3 hours, we're still going to be doing them 5 hours and in 3 hours and building this on the side.
Yeah, it's a great
so
offer.
It's free. It's completely free as long as you subscribe for that year. Okay, right? So, and when I say subscribe for the year, we'll build you the website in the first month, just from your first month payment, right? And we'll be dropping it over to you in the first month, more than likely, right? And if you want to keep it, just keep on paying. At the end of the year, if you don't want to be with us, take it away. Yeah. Well, I can't see you leaving, because once we show you what we can do, that's going to be it. All right, you're going to want to stay, and you're going to want us, you know, adding more to this. So, you know, we're going to be building your niches out and building your customer base out. And not only that, you know, as you've seen earlier, we create little videos, we do blogs, all right? We don't just create any normal blogs, we create humanized blogs. We've got a humanizer app on our platform that we use. So
develop products as well.
We're all over the AI game. I don't think you'll be able to name an AI engine that we don't use. So when you're paying us for our time, you're not even having to pay for the apps yourselves. Because if you want to do this for yourself, you've got to subscribe to all these apps. That's going to cost you way more than you're paying us, right? We've already subscribed to all them AI apps, ChatGPT, Claude, anything you can think of, we're on it, right? And we
use and abuse us.
we're just going to be your marketing department. That's how we're pitching this across. Okay, I'll go into my pricing page. I'm only gonna talk for another minute or two on this now, and then we're gonna go into something else, right? But is that okay, Stuart? Yeah, give me the thumbs up. Yeah, cool. Right, I'll go onto a pricing page. Right, let me just move that out of the way again. These tabs are annoying on you. Right, this is the way your pricing works. Right, we work on a £40 per hour basis, right, which is cheap. Right, when you consider you go on to any other like digital marketing company and you try to get them working for £40 an hour, right? They don't. Most of them are like £100 plus per hour, right? So we're cheap because we're new, right? So get on it while you can. All right, we're not new at SEO. This is a new business. We're trying to bring in customers to build it up. But you guys start paying us at £40 an hour, and you're going to keep on paying us at £40 an hour, and that's it. We might end up changing this, in a few months' time and bumping it up to meet our competitors on their rates.
But you give people great value for that money,
because what you're getting out of that £40 an hour, you're not just getting out time, you're getting all our apps
and our expertise.
That's more important.
Yeah.
Okay. Right then. So I'm not going to go any further into our pricing, but you've got our website. Just have a little look on it. If you want to reach out to us, go onto the contact page on there. You can WhatsApp me directly on here, right? You can call us, right? There's a contact page there, right? Or you can book in a one-to-one, right? You can book in for half an hour on there, but when we start talking, we might end up talking for longer because I've been on chats the last over 2 hours quite often with people, going into detail on their business. I'm happy to help. All right, so just take it while it's there. Okay. Cool. So what I'm going to go into by now, that's our app platform. I'm going to go on that a second. I mentioned earlier about our site being brand new. Right, and I'm trying to optimize our site a second for speed. These are our core web vitals. We haven't put all the like preload and pre-connect and stuff like that in there yet. We're just optimizing the basic content for a minute. We're down our LCP, which is, like I said, what these search engines are looking for to be under 2.5 seconds. Is currently 2.1. Right, we're going to bring that down a lot lower than that actually. But we've got a block-in element, right, which is bumping our target up over 6 seconds. And when you look down here, it tells you, what is it? There we are. It's telling you what the block-in element is, and it's the Cloudflare reCAPTCHA script. Basically, that's checking for bots and stopping people from scamming my phones. Right, and is basically costing me my site speed. So this is why I'm going to be taking this app from my homepage, creating a new page just for the app. Right, so the actual reCAPTCHA script isn't slowing down my homepage, because basically that's like your main page. You want that to be performing well.
Yeah, it's really important, because otherwise you're not going to be ranked.
Another factor is you get ranked on apps, right? Just by creating apps and creating pages for them apps and optimizing them pages, they will get you ranked anyway, because a lot of people spend a lot of time on apps, and Google and other engines, they see it as a ranking factor. So try to put them on there if you can on your sites. Yeah. And we build apps. So any app you've got in mind that you want to build, we'll build it. We can either build it on our platform or we build it outside of a platform. I'm going to build this one outside of the platform because I want to like spread it about here, there, and everywhere. Put it on some of our other sites. It's better to keep it outside the platform, because then you can just put it wherever you want. Really, you can create an iOS, like an Apple app. You can put it on
Android.
which are my favourites. Or you can put it on your website. You know what I mean? We'll create it all right, and you can put it where you want, and you can start making money with it, or just start bringing in business with it. You know, just let us know. If that's the type of thing that you're interested in doing, we can get on that with you.
We can tailor it to your needs, your wants.
Yeah. I
just want to with you.
Just want to show you something here. Now I showed you that little video earlier, didn't I, with the squirrel? I just want to show you like where I done it. This is Google's AI Studio. It did have like an image generator on there, but they've taken that off for a minute. The image generator was absolutely good because it's really fast, but it's not as good as ChatGPT. ChatGPT's image generator is like out of this world a minute. All right.
Fantastic quality, really good quality.
Most of the other image generators out there, if you try to get it to generate images of people and things like that, it gives you like maybe 10 things. I know. I done one the other day, and it looked like an absolutely amazing picture. And there was a guy there with his arms folded. And when I looked a little bit closer, he had a third arm. He had another one down here. You know, it absolutely ruined the picture. But ChatGPT, have nailed that. All right, they're really good, and they're really good with the text as well. You can ask it to put text into the images, and it's normally got the spelling correct, and you can get it to edit things as well, and that's really good as well. But like I said, we've subscribed to that. You tell us what you want, we'll create it, we'll send it over to you. If you don't like it, tell us how to change it, we'll change it. There's amount to do the things that we can do, but not this. Google's AI, it's really quick, right? And like I said, that little cartoon character video only took a couple of minutes to create, and I had to edit it because it only gives you like a couple of seconds. So you've got to put it into an image or a video generator, and add these different sections together and put your own captions in. Don't ask Google to write any text, because it's don't know what to spell.
It's not very good at that. At the moment, I'm sure
so,
in months to come, it's gonna be better, but at the minute, it's not the best.
ChatGPT was like about a month ago, but
exactly.
Not even a month ago, a couple of weeks ago, but they've updated, so they're doing everything correct now. I'm going to go onto my app platform for just a second, just to show you some of the apps. Right, this is one of the services that we're offering. Okay. Whenever you subscribe to us, once you've been with us for the first month, we're going to give you access to this. All right. Once we've finished working on your site, we give you access to this. In here, you've got like lots of different apps, and these things are very useful. There's an agentic AI app. There's deep research. You go to deep research, and it's not just research from like the standard internet. It goes into university sites, it goes into research documents. All right, you ask it to look for something, and it's not specifically looking on like Google or anything like that. It's looking at universities and different research sites and articles. All right, there's conversational images, like I mentioned to you earlier about ChatGPT, and if they're going to create an image at the moment, I'd use ChatGPT. So this is kind of like a Google one, all right? So it creates an image really quick, and then you can, as long as you're not asking it for like text, I'd add the text after, right? So generate the image, add your own text later, all right? Because it'll keep on getting the spelling incorrect, and it's really annoying. And that's not just us. That's all the AI, apart from ChatGPT, all right? They're all like it, all right? So, but we've got this conversational AI images in there, where you can go in there, you can generate an image just through giving it a chat, and you can chat with it about how to change the image, change the background, add different elements, all right? When we mentioned about the alt text earlier, right? There's an alt text description in there. You just drop your image in there, and then it'll literally describe everything about that image. And you copy and paste that onto your site, all right? There's
nice and easy.
A humanizer app in there, and there's a blogs manager. The blogs manager has got the humanizer in it already, but basically there's a blog creator here somewhere as well. But basically on the AI blog creator, you give it an idea for a blog, it generates a full blog for you, right? And then it generates an image to go with it, and then you take the content from that blog, drop it into the humanizer, it'll scan that that blog content to see if it passes the AI test, right? If it comes back with a failure where the AI can tell quite easily that it's been written by AI, then it'll rewrite it, okay, bring it back out, test it again, right? And then it'll keep on doing that until it passes the AI test. And the reason why we got this is because Google and all the other search engines, they want EEAT, right? Okay, they want your user experience. They want to know the experiences that you have gone through personally, right? So they don't want to look, or they don't. They do rank blogs that have been written by AI, but they rank blogs that have been written by humans above them. So you get a better ranking by humanizing your blog, by making it sound and look like it's been written by a human. And our app does that. So, you know, that's a huge ranking factor that's just going to boost your marketing up, you know. So not only that, what am I? You can build your own funnels in here. What is it? AEO funnels, right? In the AEO funnels, it's got templates in there, right? You can build your whole website in there as well. You can do a full website in there. We don't build our websites on you. We build the funnels on you, right? But the websites you build outside, because normally when you build a funnel, right, you use it for a certain number of months. You know, when you marketing an offer, then you'll get rid of it. All right. Whatever website or funnel you build on you, you can't take it to a different platform. Right. It's got to stay on you, because when it gets built on this site, it automatically gets its schema markup generated. It automatically gets them AI texts generated that I mentioned earlier, right? It automatically gets a lot of optimization features built into it automatically. So it's a lot quicker to build a funnel on our system here than it is to build it anywhere else. Because when you build a funnel and then you've got to spend a lot of time optimizing it, when you build it in here, it's automatically optimized.
Fantastic.
Okay, and that's amazing. All right. There's CRMs. There's a CRM in here. It's not like up with like some of the expensive CRMs yet, but we're constantly developing it. I probably give it 6 months, maybe a year at the most, but 6 months, I reckon, before we got this, a CRM, fully functional, almost as good as functioning like Go High Level and things like that. We're constantly adding features to it. You can send emails, add all your customers on there. It's got full automation systems on there. All right. There's community chats in here where other people who are on using this particular platform, they all discuss things in the community.
Yeah.
There's training events, all to do with AEO and SEO. So they're all fantastic to go to. But like I said, there's a lot of different apps in here.
There's loads.
There's apps for optimizing your social media presence. Remember I said earlier about you've got to be telling the same story on all your marketing outreach, which is like all your social media, all your business profiles, and your website. If you're not doing that, then you're going to confuse the AI and you're not going to be recommended. You've got the apps for you to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes it nice and easy.
It just makes things nice and easy.
Yeah.
We've got the wizard apps. Basically, you want to create schema. You want to see this one here. This is like an AI personality. This is like a chat bot. You can program this and train this on your own knowledge base. There's a knowledge base. You put documents from your own business systems in here, and that teaches the AI chatbot. And then you drop this onto your website, all right? And then when people go into the chat, they'll be able to have a lot of depth about your business, because it'll be gathering the knowledge from your knowledge base.
Yeah.
Pretty clever.
Very,
Stuff.
it's all clever stuff. It's all really, really cool.
All right. So have we got any questions about this, about the app platform? Like I said, we do like offer this separately for all anybody who's like technically minded, or like really is really into like doing this kind of thing themselves. At the moment we're doing this for £40 a month, and we've got quite a few subscribers. But for you guys, I can do a half price for a year. I can even give you a first month free to give you a little try on it if you want. but reach out to me on my website, you know, through the contact page. All right, and then I'll set you up, give you a chance. But I'm chucking away a lot of free stuff there, guys. So I'm hoping it's appreciated. All right. And like I said, when you get access to this platform, you can call me anytime. If you're stuck on anything, I'll give you a little bit of instruction on how to use it. And you know, this is really going to change your world, guys. It really is. Like I said, see this thing there? Is pretty new, right? But it's an AI agent. Do you know what an agent does? It's not like a bot. An AI chat bot just basically chats to you and feeds like information that has already been fed back to you, right? An AI agent, you can send that out to the internet to search for stuff. You can give it tasks to do, and you can give it complete tasks, like you know, give it the idea for a blog, and not only will it create the blog, right? It'll optimize the blog, and then it'll post the blog on your web page for you, right? It'll do it all. You just tell it what you want it to do, and it'll do it all. It runs a complete task, but you've got to be really good at prompting for that kind of stuff, because it can go very bad very quickly. Believe me. All right. So, but this is new. All right, it's still being developed.
Yeah.
You know, you can give it a go, but when you subscribe to our systems and start paying us like to do this kind of stuff for you, you know, we don't just use this. We use a multitude of different agents that we subscribe to, and they're all good for different stuff. Don't think one does it all, because they don't. Right? One could be good for doing something, another one could be good for doing something else, and you can spend hours trying to reprompt it and trying to get it like you know, to create something. When you're just wasting your time, you're better off just jumping onto a different one that is good at that particular task. All right, and that takes a lot of time to build up knowledge about the prompt and which one to use. Okay, and that's what we got. So when you're paying us for our time, you're paying us for our experience, right? And because we've already been there and done this, we know where to go and what to do. So right, we're coming up to the closing part. I think it's like 15 minutes left or whatever. So I just want to ask, is there anything you want me to go into more detail on? And is there any questions that you've got? Like I said, you can do a one-to-one with me and Dan, just by booking us on my contact page.
And we can help you go from, you know, unseen to unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that up there, but we wrote that up there, but it's just it didn't show up. But yeah.
Yeah, so any questions, guys? Anything else you want us to go into a little bit more detail on? Let us know. Thanks, Lewis. Everything is so amazing. It is.
It is.
It is. The future is here now. I mean, when I was in school, I was thinking about the future's here. It's right here. I'm living in the age that I was thinking is the future. It's crazy. Yeah.
Right. Any questions, guys? Stuart, you got any questions? Did we explain everything clearly? Yeah. All right. Cool.
Well, thanks.
I don't know whether they're going to anything else now. I was going to show a couple more things. I've gone through that with you. We've talked about that. I'll tell you what we can do a little bit of if you want to, is I can show how easy it is to create a new video. I don't know if any of you are interested in doing that, but this is free at the moment, guys. So if you want to create any little videos,
have fun with it.
Have fun. You know, they're not like the picture videos. These are like fully animated. So let's go in here. You refresh it for me. Okay, this is some of the ones that shows you as an example. So, have any of you got any ideas on what you want me to type in here? Any kind of little videos you want to create? Because it only creates a couple of second videos. You are going to join them together to create a longer video. But I was going to go into like the app platform and maybe build you like a funnel while we were talking. But really, you know, I was hoping we'd have like an half hour at the end, but we're running out of time. I won't have time to do it all. So there's no point in doing that. Another thing about our platform with the website builder, the funnel builder, all right? On here, not only has it got templates, as you are filling out your funnel, it's got automatic FAQ pages, right? So it'll create you FAQs based on your content. So it'll automatically create FAQs, and FAQs are really important for AI search engines.
Yeah.
Because what is AI search trying to do? What's this all about? It's answer engine optimization. It's trying to find the answers. So in your FAQs, you want to be putting the questions in that your customers will be asking, and then you want to be providing the answers in short, preferably like 50 words long context that can be used in Google snippets. All right, because don't make it too long because it won't be used. Make it nice and short. Concise is the word. All right.
Yeah.
Keep it nice and concise. Answer the question directly, and you want to be putting quite a lot of them on your site, basically about your specific niche and your service area to help your customers find you. Right. So anyway, this AEO funnel creator, not only does it create the site, it also helps you create the site. Like I said, it creates FAQs for you. It's got a hook generator on there. So I don't know if you know what a hook is. A hook is like a little one-liner, like a phrase, or like a little bit of text that helps convert people into customers. All right. So you write hooks, in several locations on your site, just to drive people either onto or to drive people into carrying on reading. All right. So you create these little hooks just to make it interesting and to try and bring them towards a CTA.
Yeah.
A CTA, might not know what a CTA is. CTA is a call to action, which is like a point where anybody visited your site or on your funnel or whatever will have an action to do, which will be to reach out to you by contacting you, or to set up a consultation,
Yeah.
or to like a buy now button to buy your services.
Yeah.
All right, that's a CTA, call to action. Right. If you're getting asked to build your site, still have a lot of these things in it. But if you're not and you want to do these things for yourself, feel free to have a chat with me. No problem. I'll help you out. All right. We'll have a little powwow. All right. Cool. Is there anything else you wanna do? Want to discuss? I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So should I pass you back over to Stuart now? Do you want to take over, Stuart?
Well, thanks very much, guys.
Thank you for your time.
No problem. Yeah, I think who's left? Stephen, Ashton, Neil. Yeah, a few people had to go now, but I think all the questions have been asked and answered, certainly mine anyway. I think the one thing that stands out there is just the enormity of it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say complexity of it. I think it's one of these things where you don't know what you don't know, and it's pretty obvious that this is the way forward. So yeah, has anybody else got any questions? All good?
All good. Well, we finished early,
Excellent.
so that's great. Thank you for arranging all this, Stuart.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
No
you for
problem.
that.
Hold on just 2 seconds. Marius is just, I think, unmuted himself. Marius, have you got a question? Can't hear you. So you're not muted, but I can't hear you. Stick it in the chat box. Stick it in the chat box, Marius. If you've got a question, stick it in the chat box.
Okay, what were we talking about?
I can hear somebody talking. I can't hear what they're saying.
Very quiet.
We can't hear you talking.
No, I think I'll pass because I have a problem with my headphones.
We can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
Got you now.
Well, you can hear me, but I can barely hear you. But you mentioned this image generator. and there is a, so I'm creating an app, and in the app I need to sort of show make a series of videos to how to operate the app. So when you start the construction projects, when you know how to set up the project, so informative apps if we for our staff. So
Yeah.
something in a way of like a very simple image of the person writing on the computers, you know, going, yeah, how to operate, like
I
a know-how videos.
I wouldn't recommend using the image generator that I've just going to shown you there for that. They
Aye.
kind of create little like 3-second long videos, and you've got to keep on doing that until I add them together. But as and when you're doing that, there's going to be different characters in each video. So you're not really going to be able to join them videos together unless you're like a real expert at prompting. Okay.
Okay, because you'll be different person all the time.
Yes, yeah, unless you really got a prompting, okay? And you might even have to pay for like a higher tier product to do stuff like that. But we have got apps, our own apps, that can do this kind of thing for you. We can use animations and create videos. We do that all the time. So if you want to reach out to us on our website, set up a little one-to-one, and then I can run you through. We haven't got time to do it now, but I can run you through one of the apps that we use to create little videos, and we can certainly make an instructional video for you. It can either be like a real person doing it, or it can be an animated character. All right, whatever you prefer. Okay, just reach out to us, and we'll have a chat over there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem.
No worries.
Thank you for your time.
Excellent, good stuff. So maybe Marius will book a call in, I think, and Neil's already done it as well. So, okay, if nobody else has got any other questions, we will wrap up at that. And it's all been recorded, so at some point tomorrow it'll be on the YouTube channel as well, if anybody wants to go back for further reference. Anybody else get any other questions?
Don't know when you put it on your YouTube channel, Stuart, can you link it to our site as well, please? To digitalresident.com. If you can do that, just
yeah, I think Aaron should be able to manage that. That's okay.
a tag on it or do a mention. That'll be fantastic. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks.
Excellent. Okay, well, thanks everybody for coming along. I think that's been a bit of an eye opener on where search is actually going. I wonder how long it's going to be before Thought Engine Optimization takes over. But let's get Ask Engine up and running first.
I don't think it's going to be long.
You've seen one of the statistics earlier on, but it was mentioned about AR and VR, which is augmented reality and virtual reality, and how people even started using that stuff for search. It's taking up 6% of the market now. So you like bear that in mind. Yeah. That whole thing is getting built out quite quickly, and this is it's kind of a part of AEO. But again, there's a whole new chapter on that again.
Yeah.
All right. So yep.
Cool.
All good
Excellent.
stuff.
Well, we'll get you back for Thought Engine Optimization. Okay, guys, thanks very much, and thanks again for coming along.
Now, when it's still available.
Sorry, what was that?
You want to pick up that website now when it's still available? Engineoptimisation.com.
Excellent, love it. Okay, guys, have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All the best.
Bye.
See ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.